your eyesight has been getting worse every month, here's what's actually happening right now inside your eyes. This is real-time video footage, magnified 1,000 times, showing how a previously unknown gut-borne toxin called LPS clings to your delicate retina and covers it like rust. Left unchecked, especially in women over 45 or anyone with type 2 diabetes, the vision killer toxin spreads through your bloodstream, even reaching the brain and raising the risk of memory loss by 70%. And no matter what your doctor says, no drops, lens, or laser can effectively destroy this toxin. Fortunately, all of this can now be reversed, thanks to a recent military discovery so new, even the best eye doctors haven't heard of it. It's based on a 12-second pilot protocol, a precise nutrient sequence 5 times stronger than AREDS2, originally created to keep elite pilots' vision razor sharp, even under blackout level G-forces. It costs almost nothing and begins working within minutes. How do I know? Because I met the genius military medical researcher who discovered it, and it personally saved me from total blindness. Not long ago, I was legally blind in one eye and ready to get a guide dog. Today, I can read street signs from 2 blocks away. And I'm not the only one. In the last 3 months alone, more than 74,000 people, pilots, engineers, surgeons, and everyday folks have already used this breakthrough protocol to reclaim crystal clear vision.
My doctor said I'd need $2,100 injections every 6 weeks for the rest of my life. I tried this instead, and within a couple of weeks, the fog lifted. Now I read the morning paper without glasses. I saved myself from a lifetime of needles and nearly $50,000 in medical bills.
The floaters were so bad I couldn't use my computer. I'm an accountant. I thought my career was over. 6 weeks later, they're gone. I can work full days again.
This is a revolutionary approach for restoring vision naturally, even in cases once deemed untreatable. The positive results are undeniable.
These success stories could be your story, because in the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the scientific proof, show exactly how this works, and answer the questions most eye doctors never do. What's the fastest way to reverse vision decline without surgery, drugs, or $2,000 eye injections? How to avoid wasting $30,000 or more on useless eye treatments? And most importantly, how can you check in just 30 seconds if toxic LPS bacteria are already attacking your eyes and what to do about it immediately? Yes, you've heard that right. I'll even show you the 20-20-20 retinal reset rule, the same technique fighter pilots use to flush LPS toxins and restore vision clarity on demand. You'll feel the difference almost immediately. Sharper focus, brighter colors, and crystal clear details. You'll wish you'd known this years ago. Just imagine waking up to the morning light in perfect color and detail, reading the fine print without glasses, or catching every smile on your grandchild's face. Because in the next 5 minutes, I'll show you exactly how you can take back control of your eyesight starting today. Hello, my name is Sarah Morrison. I'm 53 years old and I live outside of San Francisco with my husband David, our daughter Emily, and 2 grandkids who think I can fix anything. Maybe that's because for 26 years, my job was to keep people alive. You see, I designed advanced helmet display systems for fighter pilots, the kind that you see in Top Gun, where targeting data appears right before their eyes at 500 miles per hour. Every pixel, every millisecond delay could mean life or death. My entire career was about protecting human vision under the most extreme conditions on Earth, which is why what happened next was so hard to accept. Because despite everything I knew about eyesight, I still went blind. Well, half blind. And it happened in less than 60 seconds. One Tuesday afternoon, I was driving home from work, a route that I've driven 1,000 times. I was about 3 miles from home when I felt it. A weird pressure behind my left eye, and then a gray shadow creeping in from the edges. At first, I thought it was just another floater, but then the shadow grew, and in less than a minute, my entire left eye went pitch black. I panicked. I swerved, I hit the brakes, and slammed into a parked car. The airbag deployed, my head hit the side window, and when the paramedics pulled me out, I kept saying to them, I can't see out of my left eye. At the hospital, they ran dozens of tests. David, my husband, sat next to me holding my hand, terrified. I was desperately rubbing my left eye, hoping that vision would come back. It didn't. And then the doctor walked in, not even looking at me. He said, Mrs. Morrison, you've experienced sudden vision loss. You're now legally blind in your left eye. I couldn't breathe. Wait, what does that mean? What caused this? He said that they weren't sure. It could be this, it could be that. I felt burning tears rolling down my cold cheeks. I looked at David. His face had gone white. And then I asked the only question that mattered. Will it happen to my other eye? The doctor paused. It might. We need to monitor your right eye very closely. Early signs suggest that it's heading in the same direction. My assistant will prescribe you something. Come back in 6 months. My stomach dropped. I was 53 years old. I just lost half of my vision in less than a minute. And they were telling me that the other half could go at any moment. I couldn't sleep that night. I kept thinking, what if I wake up tomorrow and it's gone? What if I never see my grandkids again? What if this is it? The fear was suffocating. Then came another blow. My supervisor called. He told me that I'm being put on indefinite medical leave because I didn't meet the vision requirements anymore. Can you imagine losing your job, your income, your entire life in the blink of an eye? My nightmare was just beginning. Back then, I didn't know that I was suffering from something that doctors call pre-blindness. I didn't know that millions of people go suddenly blind every year, just like I did, because they don't know how to recognize the warning signs. And I didn't know that the real cause had nothing to do with my eyes. I was about to find that out. Looking back now, I'd been ignoring the warning signs for over a year. Started small, squinting at my computer screen at work, holding my phone closer to read emails. I'm an engineer. My entire career was built on precision, on seeing things clearly, but I kept pushing through. And one day, I was standing in the grocery store aisle, trying to read the expiration date on a milk carton. I'd been standing there for almost 10 minutes. A teenage stock clerk walked up. Need some help, ma'am? The way that he said ma'am, that patronizing pity in his voice. My face flushed red. I'm fine, I snapped, and put the milk back. I went home that night and didn't tell David. I told myself it was just stress, just aging, just normal. But deep down, I knew something was seriously wrong. I started avoiding night driving, holding my phone at arm's length, making excuses. And every single morning when I woke up, I'd see that yellow crusty discharge in the corners of my eyes. I thought it was just sleep, allergies, getting older. But I knew better. My body was screaming warnings at me. Warnings I was too stubborn or too scared to listen to. After the crash, David refused to accept the diagnosis. He pulled some strings through his military contacts and got me an appointment with the best eye specialist in San Francisco. You know, one of those private clinics that doesn't take insurance, $3,500 just to walk through the door. Money we couldn't afford, but we were desperate. We spent almost 4 hours there, test after test, machines I'd never seen before, at least not in public clinics. I thought, thank God, I'm finally gonna get a real diagnosis and treatment. Instead, when the doctor came in, he parroted the same empty discourse: aging, macular degeneration, blue light. And then he reached into his desk and handed me a pamphlet, Guide Dogs for the Blind. For a moment, I couldn't even breathe. He wasn't even trying to save my vision. He'd already decided that I was going to lose it. No treatment, no plan, nothing. Standing there in that office, holding that stupid pamphlet in my hand, something inside me snapped. I'd already lost one eye and I was not going to stand by and lose the other. I had so much to live for, to see the world, to go places. I wanted to see my grandkids grow up, to play with them, to see their smiles. I refused to go blind. I refused to give up. Because even half blind, I was still an engineer, and engineers don't quit. We solve problems. If there was an answer to this, if there was any way to save my right eye before I lost it too, I was going to find it. That night after David fell asleep, I opened my laptop and I did what I'd done for 26 years as an engineer. I took the problem apart. Vision loss, same symptoms, rapid decline. I pulled up PubMed, medical databases, patient forums, and what I found shocked me. According to the National Eye Institute, cases of sudden vision loss in people under 60 have spiked 47% in the last 10 years alone. But it wasn't just the numbers, it was the stories. Thousands of men and women describing the exact same symptoms: yellow discharge, floaters, and then sudden blindness. This wasn't random, there was a pattern. And if there was a pattern, there was a cause. So I dug deeper. I pulled up military medical databases from my clearance days that I could still access. Rare research papers from eye journals going back 20 years. I was looking for one thing. What's really destroying my eyes, and why can't the doctors find it? Day after day, I kept hitting the same wall. Age-related, genetic, oxidative stress. The same meaningless words that doctors had been feeding me. But deep down, my gut told me there had to be something else. Something specific. Something that they were missing, Or maybe ignoring on purpose. I mean, we're putting satellites into orbit every single day. We can edit DNA, but we can't explain why millions of people lose their sight year after year, despite all of those fancy $2,000 eye injections and whatnot. Then on my 5th night of searching, buried deep in a military research database, I found something totally unexpected. A footnote in a DoD medical study from 2021. Vision Research Study, Microbiome and Ocular Health, Travis Air Force Base. Funding suspended despite successful results. Results published in military journals only. I read it again. Funding suspended despite successful results? A military study on gut bacteria and vision loss. Why was the military researching this? Why did they cut the funding if they had good results? And why did they keep it secret? Finally, I'd found a completely new lead. Not the usual mumbo jumbo about aging and genetics. Hope rekindled my heart. I don't know, call it a woman's intuition? But I really believed that this thing was gonna save my right eye. I had to find that study. So I started making calls. Travis Air Force Base, DoD Medical Research Division. Nothing but voicemails and dead ends. But I couldn't stop. If I quit now, I'd lose the only lead I had. Finally, on my 2nd week of nonstop calling, a research assistant whispered into the phone, "Look for Dr. James Mitchell. He ran the study. He's retired now, but he still takes private consultations sometimes." Finally, the military doctor who ran the secret gut eye study. When I did some research on him, I was floored. You see, Dr. Mitchell wasn't just any military doctor. He'd spent 30 years as the Air Force's top vision specialist. Generals, test pilots, special ops. If they had vision problems, they went only to him. Rumor had it that even former presidents sought him out when everything else failed. I called him that same afternoon. The phone rang 4 times. I thought that he wouldn't pick up, and then I heard, "This is Mitchell." In one breath, I poured everything out. My story, how I worked with the military designing helmet systems, how I'd lost vision in my left eye, how the doctors told me I'd go completely blind, how I found his study, everything. There was a long pause. I thought that he hung up the phone, thinking I was crazy. But then I heard, "How soon can you be here?" Oh, thank God. 3 days later, I was standing at his door in Sonoma County with all of my medical files. Blood work, everything I thought that he might need. He looked exactly like you'd picture a retired Air Force colonel. Late 60s, fit, silver hair, calm, steady eyes. He led me to his lab in the back. Shelves lined with botanical extracts. Military research binders stacked on every surface. He then told me he was touched by my tragic story, but also he was impressed with my detective work. So we started talking about his secret vision study, and what he told me made my blood boil. The study, which found a unique and unusual link between the gut and the eyes, was hidden on purpose, despite showing incredible results. Why? Because what Dr. Mitchell discovered threatened the $1 million eye industry. He said if people knew the real cause of vision loss and how to stop it, then they wouldn't need the $20,000 eye injections or $15,000 cataract surgeries. I must say I was enraged, but not surprised. After all, Big Pharma does this all the time, suppressing newfound cures that threaten their supremacy. He then looked at my right eye and said, "We don't have months. We might not even have weeks. We must act fast." I felt my stomach drop, but I also felt something I hadn't felt in months. Hope, because that's when Dr. Mitchell showed me something that changed everything I thought I knew about vision loss. Why glasses, eye drops, or laser treatments don't stop blindness. Why millions of men and women over 45 are suffering from what he called pre-blindness. And why almost nobody knows about this, even though it's been published in the military journals for years. He said, once you understand this, 2 things will happen. First, you'll finally see why everything your eye doctor is doing is completely backwards. And second, you'll know exactly what you must do immediately to save your vision before it's too late. Then Dr. Mitchell dropped the bombshell. You see, despite what you've been told all of your life, your vision loss isn't starting in your eyes. It's starting out in your gut. I know how that sounds. Your gut? What does your digestive system have to do with your eyes? Everything. And that's not just Dr. Mitchell saying it. This has already been confirmed in published research from places like University College London, Harvard Medical School, and the National Institute of Health. Let me show you. Dr. Mitchell explained that inside your digestive system right now, you have trillions of bacteria. Some good, some bad. When you have enough good bacteria to keep the bad bacteria in check, everything works fine. But when that balance gets disrupted from stress, from from processed foods, antibiotics, medications, or just from getting older and your immune system weakening. Well, then the bad bacteria begin to take over. And when they do, they release a toxin. It's called LPS, lipopolysaccharide. But Dr. Mitchell didn't call it that. He called it what it really is, bacterial eye poisoning. And once that poison is produced, it doesn't stay in your gut. It leaks into your bloodstream and it starts traveling through your entire body. That's when Dr. Mitchell asked me if I had any gut-related analysis with me. I said yes, and I pulled it out of my files. And there it was. My LPS level was 3.4 nanograms per milliliter. In healthy people, it's supposed to stay below 1. My gut bacteria were producing poison almost 4 times faster than my body could eliminate. No eye doctor ever bothered to ask me for gut-related analysis. So no wonder they've missed this crucial piece of information completely. And here's where it gets dangerous. Once the LPS poison is in your bloodstream, it goes everywhere, including your eyes. Now, your eyes are supposed to be protected by something called the blood-retinal barrier. Think of it like a security gate that keeps toxins out. But Dr. Mitchell explained that once you're over 40, when stress, inflammation, blood sugar issues, or aging weaken that barrier, tiny leaks begin to form, and LPS slips right through. Once it gets inside your retinal tissue, it begins to leave behind waste. Then he showed me a retinal scan covered in small yellow spots. Doctors call them drusen and say that they're normal aging or harmless. Well, they're not harmless at all, because in fact, they're pockets of LPS waste, dead cells, toxic debris, proof that the poison is already there. And once LPS gets into your retinal tissue, 3 dangerous things happen. First, your immune system panics and starts attacking your own healthy eye cells, thinking that they're infected. Second, your photoreceptors, the cells that let you see light, color, and detail, they begin to die. With normal aging, you lose about 100 of these cells per day. With LPS poisoning, you lose thousands. And here's what most people don't understand. You don't lose vision gradually, you lose it in waves. Studies show that 43% of people with LPS-induced retinal damage experience what doctors call sudden vision collapse, where you wake up one morning and realize half of your vision is just gone. It happens fast. One week you're struggling to read, and the next week you're legally blind. The average time from first floater to legal blindness, just 14 months. And third, your optic nerve gets damaged. And once those nerve fibers are destroyed, they don't come back. Ever. That's why you see floaters. They're pieces of dead cell debris drifting through your eye. That's why you see flashes of light. They're damaged nerve signals misfiring. And that's why you can't see at night. Your low light rod cells are dying. Now, I'll be honest with you. At this point, I was still skeptical. LPS poisoning, leaking bacteria from my gut, it sounded too strange to be real. But then Dr. Mitchell said, let me prove it to you right now. He gave me a simple 30-second eye toxicity test, a test that anyone can do to see if they're suffering from LPS toxic buildup in their eyes. He asked, do you wake up with yellow or crusty discharge in the corners of your eyes? I'm serious, think about it. Most mornings when you first look in the mirror or touch your face, is there yellow gunk there? If there is, I need you to understand something. That's not sleep. That's not allergies. That's not normal aging. That's LPS bacteria toxin being expelled from your eye tissues. Now you might be thinking, I've had morning eye gunk my whole life, doesn't everyone? Well, you can't see the difference with the naked eye. But here's what it looks like magnified under a microscope. On the left, you can see normal eye discharge. Clear, just water, dead cells, and oils. On the right, there's LPS discharge, yellow and thick because it's filled with bacterial toxin and inflammatory waste. And your body is desperately trying to flush the poison out overnight, but it can't keep up. That discharge is your early warning system. It means LPS has already crossed your blood-retinal barrier. It means your photoreceptors are dying right now. Without even thinking, I touched the corner of my eye, and by God, he was right, 100%. I could see and feel the toxic, sticky residue. Even so, literally holding the evidence on my finger, I still refused to believe him. I said, but doctor, some days I don't have that yellow discharge at all. And then Dr. Mitchell delivered the final blow. Some people don't have yellow discharge at all. Not because they're healthy, but because their tear ducts are completely clogged with LPS buildup. Their bodies have stopped trying to flush it out. The toxins are just sitting there, covering their retina like a film. For those people, he had a different test. He told me, press gently on the outer corner of your eye for just 2 seconds. Do you see a dark spot appear in your vision? I did the test, and yes, a black shadow bloomed across my vision instantly. He said that dark spot, that's the LPS layer covering your retina. When you press it, you're compressing it, and it blocks light from reaching your photoreceptors. If you see that dark spot easily, especially if it lingers for a few seconds after you release it, your retina is already coated in toxic buildup. I felt sick. I had the yellow discharge and the black spot test was positive. I was being poisoned from the inside out. Dr. Mitchell didn't sugarcoat it. Sarah, based on your LPS levels and these test results, you're in what we call pre-blindness. That means you probably have 18 to 24 months, maybe less, before this becomes irreversible. We need to act now. Let me tell you something. I've been through a lot in this life. I've faced down problems that would break most people. I don't get scared easily. But seeing the actual proof that I was going blind made me very afraid. The floaters, the night blindness, all of it. It was LPS, and suddenly everything clicked. My left eye going blind? That wasn't sudden at all. In fact, it was the result of years of LPS covering my retina like a thick film, blocking all light from getting through. And my right eye? I was heading down the same path. And if I didn't stop it now, I'd be completely blind within months. Now here's the part that should make you angry. 99% of eye doctors out there have no idea how to treat LPS poisoning. Do you know what the famous AREDS 2 vitamins do? Absolutely nothing to flush out LPS. They just throw a few nutrients at dying cells while the poison keeps pouring in. It's like trying to water down a plant while someone's pouring acid on the roots. Same with laser treatments or anti-VEGF injections. None of them eliminate the real cause destroying your vision, the toxic LPS. That's why so many people keep going blind despite all of these expensive treatments. The doctors are treating symptoms. They never address the toxic LPS eating away at your eyes. Learning all of this made me sick to my stomach. Millions of people were in the same situation, struggling with their vision every single day, paying for treatments that will never work, wasting precious time while toxic LPS takes more and more of their retina. I turned to Dr. Mitchell. Doctor, please tell me there's a way to stop this. He then said something I'll never forget. Have faith, Sarah. Your nightmare is about to be over. And he was right, because he then gave me 2 pieces of good news. First, he shared something that anyone can start doing today to slow down LPS damage. It's called the 20-20-20 Retinal Reset Rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Simple, right? But incredibly powerful, because it helps your eyes flush out metabolic waste and reduce that inflammation before it gets bigger. Fighter pilots use this rule religiously. It's part of their mandatory vision protection protocol. Now, this won't cure LPS poisoning. I'll get to that in a minute, but it will help your eyes greatly. Think of it as a damage control while you're deciding what to do next. This was the first good news. The second good news, all the LPS damage, all the vision problems, all the photoreceptor death and optic nerve deterioration could actually be stopped and reversed in just 3 steps. Step 1, neutralize the LPS poison that's already in your bloodstream and eye tissue. Step 2, destroy the bad gut bacteria producing the LPS in the first place. Otherwise, the damage will just keep coming back. And step 3, repair your blood-retinal barrier and flood your eyes with the exact nutrients needed to regenerate and rebuild the optic nerve function. This is the exact protocol Dr. Mitchell developed, and it works 100%. Now let me tell you what he showed me over the next 2 hours. And trust me, once you understand this, everything will finally click. The military study he ran a couple of years ago was focused on elite fighter pilots, men and women with perfect 20/20 vision who were suddenly experiencing vision loss in their 30s and 40s. The military spent over $4 million trying to figure out why, and what they discovered was shocking. Constant stress, irregular sleep, high altitude oxygen changes were causing massive gut bacteria imbalances in these pilots. And bad bacteria were taking over, flooding their bodies and eyes with LPS. The pilots who ignored it, their vision got worse and worse. Some were forced to leave active duty. But the pilots who completed Dr. Mitchell's protocol, 94% either maintained or significantly improved their vision. 94%. Then he told me something even more shocking. He and his team had also studied 5 remote populations known for maintaining crystal clear eyesight into their 80s and 90s. The Semaine in the Amazon, the Okinawans in Japan, the Sardinians, the Icarians, the Hunza people in Pakistan. No glasses, no macular degeneration, no vision decline. They analyzed what these people ate, how they lived, what was in their blood, and they found something remarkable. They all consumed specific compounds that naturally neutralize LPS and repair retinal damage. Dr. Mitchell's team isolated those exact compounds, calculated the precise dosages needed, and created a targeted protocol. Not random vitamins like AREDS2, but a better system. A system that does 3 things. Neutralizes the LPS bacteria poison already in your system, kills the bad gut bacteria producing it, and fully repairs your retinal cells so that they can regenerate. Then he said something that hit me hard. Sarah, this puts you in control of your eye's future. Not your doctor, not genetics, not aging, you. You can decide right now whether you're gonna let this poison destroy your sight or whether you're going to stop it. For the first time since my diagnosis, I felt something I hadn't felt in months. Hope. Not because someone was going to save me, but because we finally had the exact tools to save myself. And maybe, just maybe, even restore some vision in my left eye. Now you're probably wondering, if this worked so well, why haven't I heard about it? I asked Dr. Mitchell the same thing. He told me that the study ended in 2021. Results were published in military journals. Not classified, just ignored. Once funding dried up, the Pentagon moved on to other projects. He tried getting supplement companies interested, showed them the data, its success rates. They all said the same thing. Too expensive to produce. Can't make enough profit. Pharmaceutical companies, not interested. You can't patent natural plant extracts. No patent, no monopoly, no billions in profit. And why sell a permanent solution when injections at $20,000 a year are so much more lucrative? As for eye doctors, most have never even heard of the gut-vision connection. They're trained to prescribe AREDS2 and refer you for surgery when it gets bad enough. So all this fantastic research just sat there, published, proven, but unused until I called him. Of course, I wasn't gonna try anything until I knew it was safe and it actually worked. Dr. Mitchell gave me his word, and as an officer and a doctor, that it was completely safe. All natural, botanical extracts. No drugs, no chemicals, so I took the biggest leap of faith of my life, and I became the guinea pig. He gave me a 1-month supply, small capsules, just 1 per day with breakfast. I started taking it in early November, and honestly, nothing happened for the first couple of days. But on the 3rd morning I woke up, went to the bathroom, I looked in the mirror, and for the first time in months, maybe years, my eyes were completely clean. No yellow crust, no toxic discharge. I couldn't believe it. David watched it happen. Every day, he saw my vision improving. Within 2 weeks, the floaters in my right eye started fading. Headlight glare at night became manageable. I could read street signs again. I could work without fear, drive without danger. And most of all, I wasn't going blind. But what happened next, what I want you to experience if you're watching this with floaters, yellow discharge, or the terror of losing your sight, is this. About 2 weeks in, I picked up a medicine bottle and read the entire label. Fine print, sharp clarity. I just stood there, tears in my eyes. I haven't been able to do this in years. A few weeks later, I cooked dinner. I read the recipe, chopped vegetables with confidence. Simple things most people take for granted, but when you're losing your vision, those small things feel impossible. Getting them back, that's everything. And then something incredible happened. My left eye, the one that doctors said was permanently blind, started showing signs of life. At first, just shadows, light and dark, but over the next few weeks, shapes formed, colors returned. 3 months in, I could see out of my left eye again. Not perfect, but functional. The doctors had been wrong. It wasn't dead, it was just poisoned. And once we flushed out the LPS, the retina underneath began to heal. I then went back to my ophthalmologist for a follow-up. Yes, the same doctor who handed me the guide dog pamphlet. He ran the tests, frowned, looked again, and then finally said confused, "You're seeing like someone in their 30s. Ha! I was damn right to follow my instincts and fight for my eyes. Not long after, I threw away those thick glasses. No more redness, no more discharge, no more floaters. The next step was to get my job back, which I did as I passed my vision clearance exam with flying colors. I can't describe the feeling of getting back to my old life again. It was like I was born again, because instead of going blind, I could see again perfectly with both eyes. And that's the exact thing that I want for you. Because if this worked for me, I'm 100% certain it can work for you too. Dr. Mitchell and I refined the protocol even further, strengthening it, optimizing it, making it even more powerful. Meanwhile, I reached out to hundreds of people with macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, night blindness, stubborn floaters. Some had been losing their vision for years. Others had just been diagnosed and were terrified. The results? They blew us away. Within weeks, I began getting messages, not just from California, but across America, Canada, England, even Australia. Men and women in their 40s to their 80s were saying things like, the yellow discharge stopped in 3 days. My floaters are gone. I can see clearly again. I threw away my reading glasses. I don't need them anymore. My eye doctor couldn't believe how much healthier my retina looked. That's when I knew we couldn't keep this to ourselves any longer. We had created something powerful, a complete vision restoration protocol that anyone could use to eliminate LPS poisoning and protect their eyesight. That's why we're sharing this with you today. And we've called it Visiflora. Visiflora is the first and only gut-eye protocol that eliminates the toxic LPS at the source. A complete 22-ingredient formula, over 3 times more comprehensive than AREDS 2, so you can finally see clearly again without doctors, drugs, or dangerous procedures. This breakthrough solution combines the natural power of ancient vision herbs with Pentagon-grade precision for both your gut flora and your eyes. And it's already transformed the lives of over 74,000 men and women over 45 in the last 3 months alone. We guarantee it will achieve the same spectacular results for you too. But before I explain exactly what makes Visiflora so powerful against macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, cataracts, glaucoma, floaters, or practically any other vision problem caused by LPS poisoning, have a listen to what Teresa Ryan from Phoenix, Arizona had to say.
I have 4 grandkids and I couldn't see their faces clearly anymore. The fear of going blind nearly broke me, but after just a few weeks of this, everything changed. Now I read to them, see their smiles, and watch them play with crystal clear vision. I only wish I found this sooner. I could have avoided so much fear and suffering. Thank you so much.
Here's what Thomas Bailey from Tampa, Florida had to say.
This formula is the truth, and I'm living proof. I drove trucks for 20 years, but night vision loss almost cost me my career. The headlight glare was unbearable. Now, my night vision is back. The glare is gone. I can read signs clearly again. Thank you.
And here's what lovely Patricia M. from Charleston, South Carolina thinks about Visiflora.
Does this work? Yes, it does. Within the first few days, the yellow discharge stopped. Within 2 weeks, my floaters started fading. 3 months later, I'm reading without glasses for the first time in 8 years. My doctor was stunned by my retinal scans. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now, getting your vision back is very easy, but only if you go straight to the root cause. And that's simple. Eliminate the LPS bacteria toxin that's poisoning your retinal cells. No more LPS equals no more vision loss equals no more blindness. Plain and simple. To achieve this, we use the exact modern vision restoring compounds that Dr. Mitchell identified through his classified military research, and paired them with the very same natural compounds used for centuries by ancient people to maintain perfect eyesight well into their 90s. And the name itself tells you everything. Visi for vision, flora for the delicate bacterial garden in your gut. Because here's what nobody else understands. Your eyes and your gut are connected by the same blood highway. When your gut flora is toxic, your vision dies. When your gut flora is healthy, your vision thrives. And Visiflora does 3 very important things that no other formula can touch. First, it completely eliminates all of the LPS bacteria damaging your eyes. Second, it kills the bad gut bacteria producing it at the source. And third, it repairs the damage and floods your retinal cells with the exact nutrients that they need to regenerate. Now let me show you exactly how. First, we start with nature's most powerful LPS neutralizers, astaxanthin, 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C, perfect to swipe away all of the pockets of LPS present on your retina. Now that's why NASA uses it for protecting astronauts' eyes from cosmic radiation. Copper and selenium to keep any traces left of the LPS from leaking into your eye's tissue. Vitamin C and vitamin E, these work together like a SWAT team, hunting down and neutralizing LPS toxins before they burn holes into your retina. And you'll never guess this. chromium, which keeps your blood sugar stable, because high blood sugar supercharges LPS toxins and accelerates vision loss by 3 times. Now I'm sure you're thinking, the more anti-LPS support I get, the better, right? Well, not exactly. You see, we've discovered that neutralizing LPS is only part of the solution. If your gut barrier is still weak, LPS will keep leaking no matter what. So how do we do that? With the help of a precise mix of gut armor trio, grapeseed extract, rutin, and quercetin, which have a very important purpose: to seal your blood-retinal barrier and prevent LPS from leaking through. When Dr. Mitchell studied the Okinawans in Japan, which are famous for their eagle-eyed elders, he found they consumed these 3 herbs regularly, not by accident, by design. And that's why Japan has one of the lowest rates of eye problems in the world. And to make its effects twice as powerful, we've paired them with taurine and alpha lipoic acid. With taurine, LPS production drops by 60% in just weeks. And alpha lipoic acid regenerates vitamin C and E after they're used up, giving you endless antioxidant protection. The Semaine people in the Amazon, who never suffer from floaters, blurry vision, or macular degeneration, get these nutrients daily from river water and wild plants. But get this, Visiflora is nothing like AREDS2 or generic vision support supplements. Because we didn't just stop at LPS neutralization and gut protection, we added the complete retinal regeneration system. Coleus frescolii and ginkgo biloba, which increases retinal blood flow by 23%, delivering more oxygen and nutrients while removing toxic waste. Ancient hunters used those plants to keep their long-range vision sharp. And Eyebright used for over 2,000 years to strengthen the optic nerve so it can function properly for decades to come. But we didn't stop there. Visiflora contains 7 other special ingredients focused on total vision restoration: vitamin A, lutein, and zeaxanthin from marigold flowers, the only proven nutrients that filter out blue light and UV radiation. Think of them as internal sunglasses protecting your retina 24/7. Zinc at the perfect 11 milligram dose, not the gut-wrenching 80 milligram and AREDS2 that makes people nauseous. Navy SEAL snipers take zinc before night missions to sharpen their vision in total darkness. And bilberry extract. You see, during World War II, Royal Air Force pilots ate bilberry before night missions to strengthen their vision and see enemy aircraft in total darkness. Lycopene, proven to reverse the damage already done to your lens and macula, it's like hitting undo on years of LPS toxin buildup. And last but not least, saffron extract, one of the most expensive spices on earth, worth more than gold by weight. In clinical trials, people taking saffron read 2 additional lines on the eye chart after 90 days. That's the difference between struggling to see faces, recognizing your grandkids from across the room, and get this, Visiflora also supports overall health. So if you suffer from blood sugar issues, inflammation, or liver problems that often accompany vision decline, the ingredients work together to improve your entire system, not just your eyes. Do you see how this works? It's not random. It's not guesswork. Every single ingredient has a precise purpose. Every compound works with the others, creating a cascade effect where each ingredient amplifies the next. This is why AREDS2 formulas, with their 5 basic nutrients, can't compete. They're bringing a knife to a gunfight, because when you're fighting to keep your eyesight, you don't have time for Band-Aid formulas that do nothing. You need something complete, something trusted, something that works. That's why it's trusted by former military personnel, pilots who need perfect vision. And that's exactly why thousands of people swear by this formula. There's no more guessing. You don't have to spend thousands on ineffective doctor visits or dangerous procedures. You don't have to waste money on AREDS2 formulas that cause nausea and don't even work. Just 1 small capsule a day, gentle on your stomach, manufactured here in the USA in an FDA-registered, GMP-certified facility, tested for purity, potency, and safety in every batch. It doesn't matter where your vision problems started or how severe they are. Soon you'll notice the yellow discharge stopping, the floaters start fading, your night vision improves, and you can read clearly again without straining. Then you'll experience what so many others have: your vision restored, your independence back, your life returned. So let's recap. Visiflora is fast acting, It starts working as soon as you take your first capsule. It's the only formula that fixes the gut-eye connection, eliminating LPS at its source while feeding your retina with what it needs to heal. It's easy to take, just one capsule daily. No complicated timing, no multiple doses, no nausea. And it delivers lasting results. Real cellular regeneration, not temporary symptom masking. And because it's so comprehensive and effective, Visiflora goes further and lasts longer than buying a dozen separate supplements that don't even work together. And above all, it's a lifeline for anyone who's tired of living in fear of blindness. Picture this. You wake up, you open your eyes, and there's no yellow discharge. Your vision feels lighter, clearer. You read the newspaper without squinting. You see your grandkids' faces sharply and clearly. Every smile, every detail. You drive at night without fear of headlight glare. You can read labels, watch TV, check your phone comfortably. Your eyes feel alive again. Your confidence returns. The fear lifts. You're once again in full control of your vision. How would that feel? Let me tell you, it's the best feeling. So here's what you probably are wondering. How much is Visiflora and how can I get it? Well, before I answer that, here's one important question I have to ask you. If, God forbid, you go blind, who will take care of you? Not just for a day or a week, for the rest of your life. Your spouse? Your kids? A stranger in a nursing home? Think about that burden. Think about losing your independence forever. Now think for a second about your vision. Think how your life would change if you didn't have to live in fear of blindness anymore. Now, how much is saving your eyesight, maintaining your independence, and protecting your future worth to you? Whatever figure you have in mind, forget it. You know as well as I do that taking action today and saving yourself from blindness, from losing your driver's license, from becoming dependent on others for the rest of your life will be one of the best investments you could ever make. Don't make the same mistake that so many others have made. Spend tens of thousands of dollars on eye doctor visits, prescription glasses that didn't help, expensive laser treatments, dangerous injections, all for nothing. The treatments never addressed the root cause. The vision loss kept progressing, and they ended up having wasted all that money and precious time on, or even worse, completely blind. Look, I'm not trying to scare you here. I'm just telling it like it is. Because the truth is, if you don't do the right thing today, you'll have to live with vision loss for the rest of your life. I guarantee you that. Why would you choose a life like this? Before finding out about this amazing solution, most people didn't know any better, and they had no other option. But you do. There's absolutely no excuse if you walk away from this opportunity to finally save your vision. So let me ask you again, how much would you pay to save your eyesight starting today? Well, many of our test patients and over 74,000 customers have already made it clear that they would have happily paid $2,000 or more per month after seeing the results for themselves. Especially since Visiflora is not a cheap $19 gas station supplement filled with synthetic ingredients that you can find at Walmart. As a matter of fact, the cost of 27 individual military-grade ingredients combined in the exact dosages and forms we use, it could cost you over $887 per month if you tried to source them yourself. But we're not going to charge you anything like that, and there are 3 reasons why. First, we've made it our mission to help 1 million people save their vision from LPS poisoning in the next 12 months. And there is no way we'll ever be able to do that if we price the majority of people out. Secondly, the last thing on our minds when we embarked on this journey was making money. And that's certainly not our motivation now. We did this to help people like you, to make sure that nobody has to go through what so many people have gone through. And thirdly, everybody who's suffering from vision decline should have access to this life-changing protocol. End of discussion. So here's the deal. You're not gonna have to pay $800 or even $200 per bottle. And because I know how terrifying it is to face blindness, I wanna make it so that adding a supply of Visiflora to your order is super easy yes for you. That's why, as a special exclusive offer on this website and today only, you'll get exclusive access to the powerful Visiflora formula. at the largest discount I will ever be able to offer simply by choosing your money-saving package below. And here's the best part. You can really step up your savings big time when you choose to take advantage of our most popular 3-bottle package or our 6-bottle ultimate package, both of which will save you a ton of money on top of today's already special pricing, and which also come with 3 exclusive digital bonuses worth over $200. Remember, this is a severely discounted one-time offer that you will not have access to again once you leave this page. Therefore, in order to avoid future disappointment or price increases, be sure to pick up the multi-package discount at a huge savings today. So, which money-saving package should you choose? If you're absolutely serious about fully restoring your vision and eliminating LPS poisoning from your system, I recommend securing at least the 3-bottle package. This will allow your body to neutralize the existing LPS toxin, kill the bad bacteria producing it, repair your blood-retinal barrier, and give your retinal cells time to regenerate and heal from years of damage. But if you've been suffering from vision problems for more than a year, and you have floaters, yellow discharge, night vision problems, or difficulty reading, and if you want to remain independent, confident, and able to see clearly not just temporarily but for many years to come, without ever having to live in fear of blindness again, you should consider taking advantage of our 6-bottle ultimate package to maximize savings and let your body benefit the most. The 6-bottle package is the preferred solution by more than 89% of our thousands of satisfied customers, especially since there's absolutely no way I can tell how much LPS toxin buildup you already have in your system, or how much damage has already been done to your retinal cells. Here's what Michael Dean from Seattle, Washington recently sent us.
My wife is a nurse and swears by this formula, so I ordered 6 bottles, even though I was skeptical at first. But let me tell you this will get your vision back to levels you haven't experienced in years. The key is to be consistent and take it daily. And no, this is not expensive at all. I avoided a $15,000 cataract surgery thanks to this. So yes, thank you. Thank you a million times. I have just reordered 12 more bottles. I will keep some for myself as a preventative, and the rest I will give as gifts to my family and friends who are struggling with their vision.
So please, don't waste any more valuable time. To get started and begin your journey to finally restoring your vision, make the correct choice and get your package now. And when you order today, the 3 or the 6-bottle package, you'll also get 3 exclusive bonuses that'll help you maximize your results. Bonus number 1. The Military Vision Protection Manual, a value of $97. This includes the 20-20-20 Retinal Reset Rule that I told you about earlier, plus 4 other exercises that Air Force pilots use to keep their vision sharp. Takes less than 5 minutes a day, can reduce eye strain by 70%, and improve focus dramatically. You'll learn the exact eye exercises fighter pilots use before missions, how to reduce digital eye strain instantly, acupressure points that improve blood flow to your eyes, the pilot's secret for perfect night vision. Bonus number 2, the Gut Eye Healing Protocol, a value of $67. A 7-day cleanse and meal plan designed to eliminate LPS-producing bacteria from your gut. This accelerates your results and makes the VisiFlora formula even more effective. 21 delicious recipes included. Easy to follow, nothing complicated or restrictive. You'll discover the 5 worst foods that feed bad bacteria and poison your eyes, the 10 best foods that starve bad bacteria and support vision, a simple morning routine that reduces LPS by 40%, meal timing strategies that protect your blood-retinal barrier. Bonus number 3, the 48-hour Vision Jump Start, values at $50. Quick relief techniques for dry, strained eyes, floater reduction methods, night driving confidence strategies, everything you need to start feeling better immediately while the VisiFlora formula does its deeper work. You'll learn how to reduce floaters in just 48 hours, the warm compress technique that eliminates yellow discharge, the 2-minute exercise that improves night vision instantly, emergency protocols for sudden vision changes. All 3 bonuses are yours free when you order today the 3 or 6-bottle package. Instant digital access. You can start using them right away, even before your VisiFlora bottles arrive. Now, if you're a little skeptical about whether this can work for you, I totally understand. To prove to you that this works, and you have absolutely nothing to worry about, I'm going to give you a 60-day risk-free money-back guarantee. And if you don't experience a dramatic improvement in your vision, if you don't see the yellow discharge stop, if your floaters don't start fading, if you don't feel your eyes getting clearer and stronger, then all you need to do is email us at the address provided in the members area, and I will refund every single cent of your investment with absolutely no questions asked and no hard feelings. This is my ironclad promise. 100% money back refund, even if the bottles are completely empty. No questions asked. Just let us know within 60 days. Why am I willing to give you such an astonishing guarantee? For two very important reasons. First of all, I have personally seen how powerful this was for thousands of people who had faith and decided to give it a try, which is why I'm so confident that it will work for you. And second, I want you to feel 100% safe and secure in your decision to try this for yourself starting today. I want you to enjoy the done-for-you benefits of Visiflora without any risk. And if I have to take on the risk myself, then I'm happy to do it, so that you have every opportunity to see the results yourself. Simply decide which package that you want below. But remember, the 3-bottle and 6-bottle packages, plus all of the extra bonuses you're going to receive, are only available today as a way to reward our first-time customers. And they're only available on this page, and they will never be offered again. Only here you will find the original formula, not on Amazon, not on eBay, not in any stores, and not even on our main website page after today. So please, simply pick up your option below and just use the button to quickly and easily add it to your order. We'll take care of the rest and get it shipped out within 24 hours. But I'm still not finished. I need to warn you, you must act now while you still can. Because if truth be told, the cost involved in creating this formula and making it available to the public has been far higher than I ever imagined. Visiflora is manufactured in small batches using only top ingredients sourced from trusted suppliers around the world. Lutein from premium marigold flower extract, rhodiola from high-altitude mountain regions, ashwagandha from organic farms in India. These aren't cheap ingredients that you can buy in bulk from China. And we're not a giant pharmaceutical company with unlimited capital. We're running out of our current production batch, and it takes 8 to 12 weeks to source new ingredients and manufacture the next batch. Plus, I've already received several threatening letters from major supplement companies and pharmaceutical firms demanding that I take this presentation down. They view Visiflora as a direct threat to their multi-billion-dollar businesses. Why would someone pay $20,000 for eye injections or $15,000 for cataract surgery when they could eliminate the root cause for less than $300? I honestly don't know how much longer I can keep this website going. This means if you click away now, there's no guarantee that it will still be here when you return. So right now is decision time for you. And if you're at a fork in the road, the first path is to simply do nothing and ignore everything that you've just seen and heard. You can choose to live with vision decline, floaters, yellow discharge, and constant fear of blindness for the rest of your life. In time, your photoreceptors will keep dying, your optic nerve will deteriorate, your macula will degenerate, and your vision will fade completely one day at a time. You won't be able to drive, read, see your grandchildren's faces, maintain your independence. You will lose everything that vision gives you. Pay tens of thousands of dollars for treatments that don't work. And at best, you will end up blind, dependent, and wishing desperately that you had acted when you had the chance. I know this is not something that you want to hear, but it's the sad truth. And I don't want that path for you, and I'm sure you don't want it either. That's why I'd like you to take the second path. The only path thousands of others who were once just like you took without any regrets. I beg you, don't waste this unique opportunity to save your vision while you still can. Click the button below and get instant access to a fast, simple, and scientifically proven way to eliminate LPS poisoning and restore your vision once and for all, without even leaving the comfort of your own home. And just imagine how that will feel. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning with clean, clear eyes. No yellow discharge, no fear, just clarity and hope. Imagine seeing your loved ones' faces clearly again. Every detail, every smile, every precious moment that you thought you were going to lose. Imagine driving confidently at night, reading without strain, and living without that constant nagging fear that you're going blind. How would that feel? How would it be to leave all of the fear and anxiety behind you and live fully again with clear, healthy vision? Remember the freedom you had when your vision was perfect? Seeing everything clearly and never fearing that darkness was coming? Now it's time to experience that feeling again. Because you can get your vision back in just weeks from now. And all you need to do is choose the package and hit the button below to get started. More than 74,000 men and women from all over the world have already done exactly that. And this is your final chance to join them. They no longer have to spend the rest of their lives plagued by the fear, worry, and devastation caused by vision loss and the threat of blindness. And when you choose your package and click the buttons below, you won't either. But I need to warn you, you must act now while you still can. Because if you click away now, there's no guarantee that this page will still be here when you come back. So right now is decision time. What's it gonna be? A clearer, brighter future where you can see clearly, live independently, and never fear blindness again? Or a lifetime of vision decline, dependence on others, and everything that comes with losing your eyesight? I know which option I would choose, and I think you do too. To join our 74,000 plus strong community of folks with perfect vision, make your selection now. Hit the button below and get started completely risk-free for a full 60 days. Go ahead, choose your package and click the button below, and I'll see you on the other side with restored vision and a brighter future. Still here? No problem. If you're still a little unsure, I completely understand. Here are the most common questions we receive. How does Visiflora work? Modern medicine doesn't treat the real cause of vision loss, which is inflammatory damage from bacterial toxins that leak from your gut and poison your retinal cells. Visiflora works by supporting your gut barrier integrity, managing inflammatory responses, and flooding your retinal cells with the exact nutrients that they need to regenerate. Once this happens, your photoreceptors stop dying and your vision improves. Will this work for me? Yes, absolutely. Visiflora has already worked for thousands of people, so there's no reason why it wouldn't work for you too. And remember, you can try it completely risk-free with our 60-day money-back guarantee. So you have absolutely nothing to lose. How long will it take to see results? Most people notice the yellow discharge stopping first. Then the floaters start fading, and then significant improvement in clarity and reading ability follow. But here's what's important. Every day that you take Visiflora, you're stopping new damage while retinal cells gradually heal. The sooner you start, the sooner you stop the damage. Every day you wait is a day that you can't get back. Is this safe for me to take with my medication? Visiflora is made from 100% natural ingredients with no synthetic chemicals. However, if you're taking prescription medications, especially blood thinners or diabetes medications, we recommend consulting with your doctor first. For the vast majority of people, Visiflora is completely safe. Will my details be secure? Yes, absolutely. Our ordering system uses 256-bit SSL encrypted technology. Your payment information is never stored on any of our servers. Your order ships in a plain, unmarked box with no product name on your credit card statement. How long would this offer be available? To be honest, not much longer. Manufacturing costs are high, legal threats from big pharma are constant, and we're running low on current inventory. I urge you to take this opportunity while you still can and order Visiflora today before I'm forced to take this website down for good. Go ahead, choose your package and click on the button below. Completely risk-free for a full 60 days.